Global markets are in rally mode today, but not every asset is joining the party. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. Here is your complete global indices roundup for July 10th. It is a green day across global markets as investors embrace risk. Let us go region by region across the major global indices. Starting with the Americas session. S&P 500 is trading higher by plus 0.81%. At $7,543.64. Equity markets are responding to reports that after the latest RE stock rally, investors face a reality check, Morningstar. NASDAQ 100 climbed plus 1.62% to $29,727. Equity markets are responding to reports that stock market today, Dow, S&P 500, NASDAQ fall as semiconductors sell off, oil prices jump, Yahoo Finance. Dow Jones ticked up plus 0.27% to $52,487. Investor sentiment is being shaped by the stock market faces an earnings test it may not pass, Barron's. Starting with the Europe session. DAX is broadly flat at $25,081, awaiting a fresh catalyst. The move follows reports that oil is back to pre-war levels. Here's a timeline of how the market weathered a historic supply shock. Business Insider. FTSE 100 is little changed, hovering near $10,472. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Starting with the Asia session. Nikkei 225 is up plus 1.20%, trading at $68,558. Currency markets are reacting to RE and monetary policy, European Central Bank. Hang Seng edged higher plus 0.60% to $24,175. Traders are reacting to news that BHP shares in 2026. Should you buy, sell, or hold? Discovery alert. Kospi climbed plus 2.52% to $7,475.94. Equity markets are responding to reports that stock market today, Dow, S&P 500, NASDAQ fall as semiconductors sell off, oil prices jump, Yahoo Finance. Nifty 50 is up plus 1.04%, trading at $24,211. Equity markets are responding to reports that after the latest RE stock rally, investors face a reality check, Morningstar. Sensex edged higher plus 1.09% to $77,575. Equity markets are responding to reports that after the latest RE stock rally, investors face a reality check, Morningstar. ASX 200 is trading higher by plus 0.50% at $8,806. Traders are reacting to news that BHP shares in 2026. Should you buy, sell, or hold? Discovery alert. Now, a look at some of India's most active stocks in the news today. Bajaj Finance is up plus 1.91%, trading at 1,023 Indian rupees. Equity markets are responding to reports that Jamie Dimon's JP Morgan kicks off bank earnings. Here's the one number to watch. The Motley Fool. AUM growth guidance and credit cost assumptions are the two numbers that drive the stock. Any upgrade to AUM guidance signals demand confidence. Any deterioration in 90-plus day delinquencies is the early warning. The cross-sell ratio, products per customer, is the moat metric to track. ICICI Bank is up plus 1.48%, trading at 1,401.20 Indian rupees. Equity markets are responding to reports that Jamie Dimon's JP Morgan kicks off bank earnings. Here's the one number to watch. The Motley Fool. Fee income growth from digital transactions and credit card spends is compounding well above the loan book growth rate. The iMobile app engagement data is a leading indicator of cross-sell success. Any commentary on the unsecured loan book quality would be closely watched as consumer leverage in India builds. Now let us look at what is driving these moves at the macro level. On the geopolitical front, the move follows reports that oil is back to pre-war levels. Here's a timeline of how the market weathered a historic supply shock. Business Insider. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. Rate expectations remain a key driver for growth and technology stocks, which are highly sensitive to discount rate assumptions. On the data front, investor sentiment is being shaped by the stock market faces an earnings test it may not pass, barons. And looking at how some of the biggest global names are trading today. Meta made a dramatic move today, surged plus 4.70% to $631.48. Equity markets are responding to reports that Zuckerberg's insane RE spending could become a windfall if Meta copies SpaceX's playbook. 24/7 Wall St WhatsApp monetization is the next major revenue unlock, still largely untapped outside of India's business messaging push. AI infrastructure spending is heavy, but the ROI is visible in ad performance metrics. Any positive user growth data from emerging markets would be a catalyst. ExxonMobil dropped sharply minus 2.60% to $137.46. Investor sentiment is being shaped by 7 best oil stocks for 2026 and how to invest, the motley fool. The Pioneer acquisition has transformed the Permian position, synergy realization is ahead of schedule. Free cash flow at current oil prices comfortably funds the dividend and buyback. The key risk is an oil price decline driven by a global growth slowdown or OPEC supply surge. Goldman Sachs climbed plus 2.56% to $1,055.97. Investor sentiment is being shaped by trading surge, helped by SpaceX IPO, seen lifting Wall St Bank's second quarter earnings. The asset and wealth management pivot is lowering earnings volatility. Private credit exposure is a growth area but carries liquidity risk in stress. Near term, the IB deal calendar is the stock driver. Watch for any mega IPO or M&A advisory win. Let us give you our near-term view on the Kospi. With momentum this strong, traders will be watching the $7,924.50 level closely. A clean break there would confirm the uptrend and could bring in additional momentum buyers. Risk management remains critical. Always size positions according to your own risk tolerance. To summarize, 11 indices in the green, 2 in the red today. Risk-on conditions dominate the global equity landscape. Let us close with the key events and catalysts on our radar. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Independent market coverage, no subscription fees, no paywalls. If this analysis saved you time and helped you think more clearly about the market, please like the video. It costs you nothing and it directly funds more content like this. Subscribe for daily coverage across indices, stocks, commodities, forex, and crypto. Tell us in the comments, what are you watching most closely right now? That is all from MTRS_Market Pulse for today. All analysis is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor. Trade safe and we will see you in the next one. That is your global indices roundup from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe for daily updates across every major market.